everyone, Lindsay here. So today I'm going to be giving you a review on the Red Queen book. So I went ahead and I read this book. It's by Victoria Aveyard, and I thought I would let you know my thoughts on this book and if I recommend you to read it too. So continue watching if you want to hear my review. Okay, so this book is a young adult novel. It is a fantasy novel, and I do recommend this book. So if you go through this whole video, you can, but I just wanted to right away let you know I recommend this book. I really enjoyed this book, and it made me want to it made me want to know more about what's happening with the characters. So I actually went on the library's website, and right after I finished this book, I went and I put the next book in the series on hold on my library's website so that I could go and pick it up. So I am actually reading the second book right now as I'm filming this video. I'm filming the video because I'm not reading, I'm filming a video, but I've been reading this second book in the series, and it's The Glass Sword. So I'm about 1/3 of the way. So this part up here I've read. So I have like 2/3 left to read of that book. And so anyways, a quick little I'll see if I can hold this up while I talk about it. So quickly, this book has the main character. Her name is Mar, and she's a red. So there's reds, there's silvers. Reds have red blood, silvers have silver blood, and the silvers are like the upper class. They're higher ups. They all have abilities. So either they can like manipulate fire, metal, they're super strong, they can read your mind, they can play with your mind, they can there's just many different abilities that they can do, and those are the silvers. So the reds, on the other hand, are the lower class. They're the people that to the silvers are not very important. Like, they're important in the way where they make them fight their fights and make their like ships and jets and everything for them. So the reds are just not very important to the silvers. Like, they are important, but overall they're just seen as lower and not as important because they don't have abilities. Anyways, so Mar actually is going to be going into she's going to be picked up and going into war, conscription, because she's going to be turning 18 soon, and she doesn't have a job. If you don't have a job and you're a red, then you go straight into war. So she's really nervous, and she wants to find a way where she can get herself out of the war and also her best friend Keylorn. Well, she meets this, she pickpockets this one guy, and he ends up giving her like this gold coin. Well, anyways, the next day she's brought into like the silver world and becomes one of their servants, and come to find out that, well, I don't want to give too much information about that one guy, but something about him is, you know, more interesting because he helps to get her the job there, like with the king and queen and all of them. So she ends up finding out that she has an ability, and she's a red, so it's crazy that she has abilities. So the king and queen don't want the silvers to know that reds have abilities, so they kind of, you know, mask it by saying that she is actually a silver, and she was picked up by the reds, and they pretty much brought her up as their own, but she was actually silver born. So it kind of just goes through like what is happening with her and everything throughout this. And there's like this Scarlet Guard that wants to take over because they don't like how the silvers are treating the reds and everything. So, but overall, it's an entertaining book. Like, everything is very descriptive and interesting, and I just really enjoyed reading it. And at the end, I wanted to find out what is happening with the characters and continue, so that's why I picked up the next book. So anyways, that was my review of the Red Queen. Hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Bye.